Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at Work stock, ticker symbol WORK, and that's going to be talking about Slack Technologies. Now, this is a company that I've been watching over the last few days because they've had some absolutely fantastic price action and some volatility that we've really been looking for as traders over the last few days. So when I see a company that is moving so strongly and showing us some very clear price action, it's going to be a great time to step in as a swing or day trader and have a company like this in your back pocket, especially with a market that has been just so flat and so dead over the last few weeks and days. So if you've been following my channel, you know what I've been saying about the market. You need to have a stock that you know you can go to on a daily basis to find these price movements and this volatility that we've been really dying for as traders over the last few days. So I want to show you today Slack, what I see happening with their stock, some support and resistance levels, and ultimately my prediction for what will be happening within the next few weeks. So the first thing to note about Slack is that they are a relatively new company. You can see that I'm on the daily chart right now, and there isn't a lot of data to show. So when I'm trading a company and they are a relatively new company, I'm talking about companies like DraftKings or Slack, it's going to be very key to group the data up. Instead of using the 1 hour chart, which I usually use, I'm more inclined to use the 1 day, the 1 week, or the 1 month, because that's going to show us some very, very clear levels, just what the stock is establishing as its clear support and resistance prices. Because if I went on the hourly chart, you can see that it's very hard to know what exactly is happening, and to pinpoint these levels, it's much easier to pinpoint them on the 1 day, because then you can see the strength of the candles, how strong that move really was, and whether a day held up at that price or unfortunately just collapsed the very next day. So I really like using the 1 day chart for these type of analysis on new IPO'd companies or just companies that don't have a lot of data to look at. So just to get straight into it, guys, one of the main things that I was watching with Slack was whether or not they could stay between this $30 and $35 range. And you can see they were holding very strongly until they broke that on July the 30th. And then following that, they really had a lot of price indecision, coming all the way down to lows at around 25. And that's where I really think that the company is having their second level of support. The first level is around $30. Now we've broken that. And I think the second level of support is going to be here around $25. Now, what do I think will be happening with the company over the next few days? Well, you can see that we actually have been establishing a very clear downwards channel here. And what this channel basically shows is that we are having lower lows and lower highs. So if I was an investor just looking to trade the trend, the long-term trend, I would honestly have to say that this company is in a downwards direction. But one of the main things that I do want to show you guys is the way that the stock has created a lot of resistance around this $25 price. So what I'm watching for the next few days, and basically the main reason I'm making this video, is because I think that there is a great opportunity for some corrective price action on Slack stock. So the first thing that I'm going to be watching is whether or not this company can have strength at the $25 level. If tomorrow we open up and we are sitting at 24, I will probably be jumping in or making a new position on a short for this company, looking to reach around 2020. So I think that the company can sell off all the way to around 20. If we do see a day tomorrow where there is a lot more resistance and the company wants to sell off, then I would look to buy around $20, which is ultimately the bottom. And I think that I couldn't see Slack as a company reaching below $20, especially when we've had such good earnings and good news from other companies in this industry like Snap and Pins. Now, Twitter did not get that good of a news in the industry, but that doesn't mean that they're unsuccessful as a company. So I think that Work will continue moving towards the valuation that a lot of these other similar companies have seen, which is around $40. And that's why I think they reached a peak of around $40 early in their lifetime. So now that we are in a descending channel, it's going to be very, very important to see when the stock decides to switch directions, and that's going to be whenever this channel is broken. So similar to how I was showing you in the Boeing video, when the channel was broken, you're going to want to look to the past to see where these key levels are. And that's why I've identified all the tops here, tops of the trend, to know if the trend is basically retracing itself. So once I see that this stock hits $20, or if this double bottom proves to be a meaningful support and they do bounce up, I'll be waiting for them to break the channel, which if they do bounce here, I would expect them to break it at around 30 and then go crazy to 33, 34, then 35, next 36, and ultimately 40. But if they do continue breaking down all the way to 20 and trading in this channel, then I will be looking for them to break at around 25, with the second level at 29 to 30, then 32, then 34, and etc. like I showed you guys. So that's the very important part about trading when a stock is in a channel. Make sure you know that the channel has completely ended before you get in a trade. That's going to be number one. Number two is going to be making sure you get the minimum price. Obviously, you want to be a greedy trader. You don't want to get in at 25 and then potentially have to hold shares or hold these crazy contracts that are losing value over time if you are doing options trading. So you want to make sure you ultimately get in for the fairest price, the best price. And right now I have a target of around $20. I think they can continue seeing maybe some more weakness, especially with the market so volatile, all the way down to 20 or near these levels. And once they come here, they will probably find some consolidation, some resistance, support, and then look for a breakout. And like I said, the first thing that the stock is going to do is test the past levels. First level around 25, which is when I think the breakout will officially start. Then second level at 30, 34, 36, and 40, etc., etc. So just keep a close eye out on this company, guys. They've been having some great movement. And even though they are a new company, they have some very clear levels here if you do know how to group your chart right and put it on the daily time frame. So just keep a close eye out for this opportunity. I see them having a lot of price motion over the next few days. And personally, I'm just waiting for them to break below this 25 in order to enter into some puts and then ultimately some longer term calls or even some shares. So just keep a close eye out on this company, guys. As always, if you want to do technical analysis like what I do, the link is in the description, tradingview.com. You can sign up completely for free and support the channel. If you like plays, you want to get free plays and signals, Discord link also down in the description. I see a lot of you guys jumping in there and chatting on a daily basis. I'm very happy to see that community grow, and I'm happy to answer any questions you guys might have in there. So join that while it's still free and while there's still a lot of people in there. And also, guys, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much. 1,000 subscribers, guys. And as always, don't forget to keep your trades in the green.